illustrious lives. My year-long exploration of both generations helped me forgive my own shortcomings as a working mother. Their coping strategies at home and work offer useful guideposts to aspirational women everywhere, with or without offspring. Using their playbook, you can flourish both on and off the job. I discovered a profound cultural shift between the two waves of power moms. Amid greater societal acceptance of their dual roles as caregivers and business leaders, contemporary executive mothers pursue ambitious paths that were uncommon only a few decades ago. The risky entrepreneurial ventures launched by many illustrate this change. Emboldened to pursue their lofty career goals more aggressively, the current crop of power moms manages work-life conflicts with far more aplomb and dexterity than I had expected. But I was disappointed to see that they often still lead stressful lives and haven't completely overcome working mother guilt. It's a troublesome sign that America must further improve its treatment of employed parents. Baby boomers who were born between 1946 and 1964 were the first wave of mothers to reach the higher echelons of American business. They usually concealed their parenting problems from colleagues because they felt pressured to leave their authentic selves at home. They often lacked female role models, rarely insisted that their spouses be hands-on parents, and enjoyed few family-friendly perquisites. Those trailblazer women were typically in their 60s when we chatted. I also interviewed 25 adult daughters of boomers who shared gripping accounts about their tight, though occasionally tense, ties with their mothers. Their average age was about 30 years old. Some daughters vowed never to follow in mom's weary footsteps because she had toiled long hours and fought to defy her era's constrictive social norms. Younger executives make up the second wave of power moms. Born between 1974 and 1985, they were under 45 when I began meeting them in late 2018. Nearly two-thirds are Gen Xers. The rest are millennials. Second-wave women navigate working parenthood with less angst because they assertively bring their authentic selves to the office. They benefit from advanced technology, involved husbands, and more supportive employers. Thanks to gutsy breakthroughs by the initial cadre of executive mothers, a number of present ones held important management positions by the time they began their families. Their elite job status and financial resources give them greater control over their work schedules, and they can rely on a growing network of managerial moms like them. In fact, a significant proportion of women in charge of major U.S. corporations have children. That's true for 63% of the female chief executives at the biggest businesses, including the heads of General Motors, the Hershey Company, Ulta Beauty, and Best Buy. Those 19 moms were among the 30 women steering companies in the S&P 500 index as of early March 2020, according to Catalyst, a nonprofit organization that conducts research about topics related to women. Executive mothers also thrive better at work and home now because the overall ranks of senior female leaders have grown. Women held 21% of executive suite positions in 2020, concluded a study by McKinsey & Company and Lean In, founded by Sheryl Sandberg, the chief operating officer of Facebook. The management consultancy and nonprofit group tracked women's progress based on data from 317 U.S. and Canadian companies. They separately surveyed more than 40,000 employees about their workplace experiences. The percentage of women at the top rung of the corporate ladder was a marked increase from 17% just 5 years before. By comparison, women accounted for only about 10% of corporate officers in Fortune 500 companies as of 1996, according to a Catalyst census. No comprehensive data exists about the prevalence of mothers in upper levels of business decades ago, however. In 2013, a majority of roughly 20,000 members of the National Association for Female Executives reported having children, according to a survey by the professional group. Corey Berry